Hello everyone, welcome to the free session of CodersTrust. Hopefully you're doing great in your session. Well, so this about today's topic is Pseudo Class of CSS and something interesting about jQuery. So we will use the Pseudo Class for the CSS, actually how we will use that. So I'll show the use of Pseudo Class, which is actually not common in the normal project. Well, before starting, I just want to ensure that you are watching my screen properly and also hear my voice without any problem. So if you have any problem seeing my screen or hearing my voice, you can comment here in the session. Just there is a comment section. If you are logged in with your Gmail account, you can easily comment here. So if you have any problem, you can comment. I will check the comment in the regular interval. And another things you should be settings in here. If you are watching this session for the first time, though I regularly acknowledge about that, but I'm also doing same thing today because some newcomers can be here. So just for the newcomers, so click on the settings icon and go to the quality option and select 360 or 480, one of the option for better resolution. By default, it might be selected 144 or 240. So you have to ensure that actually this is more than 240 or 360, 480, 720, whatever. It will be fine. So just ensure that in that case, actually, otherwise you'll not see my screen properly. Well, checking your comment. If you have any comment here. Okay, no comment so far. So hopefully everything is fine from your end. Well, so let's go for the coding section, which is a Pseudo class. So let's introduce the Pseudo class. Before that, I just want to do something with the HTML part. So I'm just taking a div, and in the div, I'm just giving a class like. Well, I'll make a brick, that is the wall, brick wall with HTML CSS. So for this HTML part, I'm just doing the markup. So it can be like the wall, and in the wall there will be some rows, actually the brick of rows. So it can give some paths like each row, and within each row there will be actually many bricks. So for our example, we can just make some like 5 bricks. So brick, empty brick. Well, there are 5 bricks. Well, for your acknowledgement, just I'm using the IDE which name is actually brackets. So whatever you feel comfort, you can use whatever like Sublime Text, NetBeans, DSpaceStorm, so the even Dreamweaver. So whatever actually fit for you perfectly. So each rows, and there will be 5 bricks, and I can just copy this row for 3 to 4 times, just 4. So there will be 4 rows, and each rows has 5 bricks. Okay, so this is about the HTML part. Now I'll go for the CSS for the wall. The wall will be like around 800 pixel width, and we can make it the center. So margin 0 auto, and for each row there will be 100%. That means actually each row will be 100%. So we can make it like 100%. And also give it float so that actually the second row is not actually overlapped with it. And I can give some height also. So height can be like just 60 pixel. And in the row, we can use the breaks. So for the breaks, I can make some width like well 100, not 100%. It will be like 16% or 70%. So for 5, and also giving the height 100%, that means the 60 pixel, and also giving the background color. The background color for I can use each row. So background color will be like red should be fine, I think. But let's see actually how it appears now. Before that, let me check if you have any comment. Well, no comment so far. So hopefully everything is going fine. So yeah, just there is a wall, the solid wall. You cannot guess that it will be actually brick wall. It is just a plain wall. Well, we'll make it like bricks. So we'll give some border to the bricks. So border right, we can give not border right, actually border in uh, all the side. So solid. You can give this the color like this one. Okay, you can see the bricks actually not the in the same line because we didn't make it float, so it need to be float left. Yeah, this is the brick wall, but this is not the light bricks because we know that each bricks is light and the other two. That means not the same line. So for that, actually, we use the shader class. This is the main thing we have to use now. Well, for that, so each row you can assume this is a row, this is another row, this is another row. So for the first row, I can make it like this is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So for that, so that means for wall, each wall there will be some row. So what we have to do is just wall. So under the wall, there is a bricks. The first or first child, that means the first one, it will be different. So we can make 15%. Well, let me debug something. Well, this is the first child that this breaks. Oh, this will be each row actually. Each row and the bricks. The first child, it will be actually this one. Okay. Yeah. So let me explain what I have done here. For these bricks, we can make it like that. That means there's some row. So this first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So we want to make the brick width different for the first row. That means the first child. So this is the first child. That means each row first child. That means there is a wall. This is the wall, complete wall, and within the wall there are some row. So this is a row. So this space row, that means the child, and this is the first child. So just trace it the first child using this shadow class, which is the first child, and under the first child bricks will be 15%. By default it is 17%, but for the first row, that means this one, the brick width will be 15%. That means 2% less than the normal width. So you can see that only for the first child, that means the first row. And if you want to make it the for the last child, you can make it like that. Yeah, you can see now it is only for the last child. So this is the shadow class, first child, last child, and we can also use some like and child, like child number 2, that means the second one. So you can see that just the second row is changed. That means this is the and child 2, that means the second one. So you can also trace the other, like number 3. So this is the third one. Hence, we can actually trace all the serial number of the child, so first to last child, and also we can use the odd even, like odd. You can see just odd. That means the first child and the third child is 15%, and the second child and the fourth child is as usual the a normal one. So we can also use the even. That means the even number of the child will be changed here. You can see the even. This is the event. This means the number 2, the number 4. So if you have more, then it will be actually all the even number rows will be changed. So this is the shadow class. And also we can use a shadow class, nested shadow class. That means shadow class under shadow class. So for example, we just want to change the color of the bricks of the first child and the third brick. That means first row, third brick. So we can make it like bricks. This is the even, so I can just make it first child, first child, and I want to make it like uh, and child, so it can be like number 2. So the first row, the bricks of the first row and the second number bricks will be changed, so we can make the color like black. So let's see now. Yeah. We can see just this brick, that means the first row, and the second child is now the black. That means this is the nested. For the first row, that means the first child, and this is the bricks number 2, that means the nth child. So you can make like 3, 4, whatever. So actually you can use the nested, that means the pseudo class under pseudo class. You can make it more complex depending our design. So hopefully you have understood about the pseudo class. So if you have any question regarding this pseudo class, you can ask. Then I will proceed to the next section, which is about the some interesting stuff with jQuery. Also use shadow class there also. Well, hopefully you'll comment if you have any problem in understanding this shadow class. I'll check your comment real only, so no problem. Just comment here if you have any problem to understand. Well, so we have made our breaks here. So let me just do it like this. Okay. So it is just a break now. Not it will be first child. It will be uh, and child and odd even. Okay. So now it is like some wall, and I can make the width little bit different. Okay. So now this is the layout. Now I want to make a different color of wall. Now it is just red. So I will make the full version of the wall, just making some children and here, just giving another class which name is like red. Okay, so red, this is now, we have given the color here, red, that means the each row. So this color I am just giving here from here, and red each row, the background color will be red. And I'll make another three version. So just here, you can make it like black, and just giving it black. And I can make like yellow, orange, okay, yellow and orange. So let's see how it apply to our markup. So I'm just changing this color, yellow, okay. Now it is yellow, you can see that. So if I change it to like orange, this is make orange. So just I make the parent class. That means this the wall class. I have added another class which name is orange, and within this class, I'm just make some change on the color. That means each row color is changed depending upon the parent class. So it's just simple concept of the CSS. And now I want to make it dynamic. That means just I want to select something from the top and it will be changed with the jQuery. So let's do it. For the jQuery, I already included the jQuery library, jQuery min.js, which is in my JS folder. And I also write some jQuery stuff here. So just implement ready state, and this is the callback function. And within the callback function, I'll write other code also. And within the code, well, before that, I just want to do some selector also. So I can color selector. In the color selector, there will be four color that I have already used for the wall. So I can make like the plus red selector and some other also. So this can be like yellow and black, and either orange. Okay, so this for color. So for this color also, I'll make some other settings also. So color selector, I am just doing some CSS for the color selector. I think the light with 700 pixel, and it can be like also in the center, and I can give some height 200 pixel, space, and under each color selector there will be it. That means each color. So you can give some height and width, right, like 100 pixel, 100 pixel, float left. So they stay together in the same line. And for the red selector, just a background will be same here. So red selector. So the background will be like this one. let me check whether it's being fine. Yeah, red selector already created. So I'm just copy here. Just copy all those stuff. So it will be yellow, black, and finally the orange color. And this all will be changed. Sorry, to the black, and finally it will be yellow. Okay, so for selector already selected, but the last one is not came properly. Yeah, I just gave the wrong spell here. So range, and also I can give some space so that actually those are separated. It's margin right. Okay. So those four color selector are already here. Now what I will do, just change this class. That means the orange. That means the parent class will be changed when selecting something. Let me see, if I select the red selector, the class will be the red. If I select the yellow, it will be the yellow. So just change the color by using the parent class, nothing else. So it's just simple. So let me do it. I need to do the red selector. So the event for the red selector we'll make the click event. So this is a click event. On the click event, there is a callback function, just empty parameter, and in the callback function, we'll do something. So what we will do, we'll just make the class, add the class orange for the wall. Okay. So I need to select it red. That means it will be red. This one. Well, I will use the ID actually. Some for also ID, and it's cancel the wall because this will make some problem in my styling. So just make it wall. Let's make it wall. Hopefully everything is fine. Okay. So when the red is selected, so we have to make it is by default we can assume this it is orange. So when red is selected, we have to make the class blank first, then make to add class the orange. So for the wall, and there is some attribute, and the class attribute will be red. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, it's working fine. So let me edit, debug some coding. So you can see now this is the color selector. Yeah, this is the wall, and the class is orange by default. When I'm just clicking on the red, it is making the red. So this is changing. Just we have changed it using this attribute. This is the jQuery method. So this attribute, for which attribute? This is the property name. This is class, and this is the value. So property name and the property value. So class is red now. So for others, we'll just make I'll change the value, nothing else. So for red, for yellow, with orange, it will be okay. So it will be just orange. Oh, I'm just doing wrong with orange always. second is black, and the final one is yellow. Hopefully everything is done here. So let me check finally. Okay, by default orange is black, yellow, red, orange. Oh, that's great. Now working fine. So you can just see the code here. When I'm selecting, it is just changing the parent class. The orange one is changing, and the red. Just simply we use the click event and make the class attribute using the jQuery. So just changing the parent class, this orange class, and everything is going fine. So hopefully you have enjoyed this session. If you have any question regarding this, you can ask. And actually, jQuery is an interesting thing to do. You can do many things actually if you have some fancy idea to do. Hopefully, in the next session, you will also follow our session because I try to do something different and the jQuery in the each session. So hopefully more interesting thing will come in the next sessions. So hopefully you'll be regular on the session. So if you have any questions regarding today's session, you can ask about the Pseudo class or any jQuery part. If you have any problem understanding any specific code segment, you can ask. I just try to represent it as simple as possible. After that, for the newcomer, actually, something may be confusing. So don't hesitate to ask any question. Meanwhile, I just want to say something about the CodersTrust. Actually, what is about the CodersTrust? So CodersTrust basically a Denmark-based company, which is now working many countries, started from Bangladesh, India, Malaysia, Bhutan, Kenya. So there in the Bangladesh there are already more than 20 batches students successfully completed the courses, and also there are some success stories who are working in the marketplace, global marketplace like Upwork, freelancer with success. The skill they gained from the Coder Trust. So Coder Trust not only providing the skill set for just gaining the skill, also giving the proper guideline to earn money in the marketplaces because there are their liability, this the collector's liability to make you perfect for the marketplace to prepare you. And in the Coder Trust, there is expert team actually who will help you to make good proposal for the new project and how to handle the project and how to handle the client, and if you have any face any problem in the project, how to fix it. So everything actually you get support from the Coder Trust, and their skill set are also uh, very synchronized to the latest demand of the marketplace. And also you can check the payment other things in the support, just contact with the support. There is month duration for the 4 month the front end development, which basically includes HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery, and also there are 7 month which extend into the back end also with PHP MySQL. This is a full stack development. And also there are some soft skill train up you can follow here. Hopefully, you'll enjoy the journey with Coder Trust if you have the patience to grow your skill and to build up your career here. Well, so let me check if you have any question. So no questions. So that means you have understood everything properly. Who are came joined the session later. So I'm just repeating that the whole session is recorded to the same URL. So when I will finish the session, and you can see the whole session, and you can replay the whole session just in the same URL. Just refresh your URL after finishing the session. So it will be actually recorded and to this version here. So you just need to play it. We play here. Okay, I'm just checking for the last time if you have any comment. And if you are logged in with your Gmail account, you can easily comment here because you are confused actually how to comment here. If you are not you are logged in with your Gmail account, you don't need to open any account with YouTube. You can just use your regular Gmail account. So just let me know actually how have you enjoyed this session. If you have any feedback, I'll try to do something more in the next session. Hopefully, you will be here with me. So I'm just capping the whole thing. We did some Psuedo class. That means we made a brick wall using the HTML CSS. We just take some div, and within the div there is some row, each row, and each row there is more than like 5 bricks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the bricks and we have the color like red, and in the CSS we make some color thing for the red, black, yellow, orange. So for this four color, and there will be four color thing. And within the jQuery, we just did change the color of the parent. That means this parent, because the color of the bricks actually changing using this parent class. So we are just changing this class on the click event. For example, when the red selector is clicked, that means this red selector, just the world class is changing to the red. That means this attribute class is changing to the red. And for yellow, it is the respective like yellow and following the others in the same way. So we can just make like this. When I'm clicking the yellow, it is orange. So just changing dynamically using the jQuery. Well, so hopefully you will available in the next session also in the CodersTrust session. And take care for now. Good night. Bye.